Hi guys. So this is going to be the last of the Innovacar series, and we'll do a wrap up of the full line at the end here. So if you want to skip ahead, feel free, but we're going to try the last couple products, which are the interior products. This is X2 Fabrics and Leather, and this is honestly the reason why this video got delayed, because I didn't order this at the beginning and I didn't realize that this is the interior cleaner. First off, I will say I like it. I already used it on the interior. You can see there's a little bit here that's gone from it. You can mix this 1-to-1 or you could use it straight. I'm using it straight. It says 1-to-1 for like maintenance cleanings, straight for, you know, heavier cleanings. So this is not the correct sprayer because I didn't get one with my order, which I think happens from time to time, but whatever. I ordered a couple of them. They're made by Carry, the sprayers that they use. They look like this, and they work really well, honestly. This is a spray blast sprayer, which probably came from like an Armor Detail Supply bottle or Yum or something else. This has a nice matte finish. It's got a good scent to it. It evaporates very quickly. I honestly like it. I like it quite a bit. I don't know that it's my favorite because I still like the Mild Deep. I think it's probably my favorite, just in terms of scent, overall user experience. I like that a little bit better. This does say fabric and leather, but it's, you know, good on interior surfaces. Even we could, you know, we'll shoot the glass with it accidentally, see how that works. Works well. And you probably shouldn't try that at home. I mean, I realize I do it in a lot of my videos. One day I might have to get my windows retinted because I spray the wrong thing on it. So just throw that out there. But I do like this. It is really good. It's got a nice satin or matte finish, no gloss, just kind of exactly what I want in an interior cleaner. And then the smell is, it smells clean. It's not floral or fragrant. There is a scent to it. It does linger a little bit, but you know, I've talked before about like scents, scents sometimes colliding with the car and not making it smell good. Like if you put a grape bar in a Mercedes, it kind of smells like the scent of the Mercedes and the grape bar don't really get along well together. Well, this seems to work really well for, you know, Mercedes, BMW, like that style of vehicle. It seems to complement the scents really well. It's not bothering me at all in this, you know, the Mercedes that I'm sitting in right here. So if you've got something that has kind of that German, you know, waxy, leathery smell, this is probably a good option. The other product that we have is a product called No Odors, which is a long-lasting odor remover. It's got a pH of 9.5. It has added enzymes, no musty smells, no animal odors, no smoke smell, no food odors. So, you know, with these, you're typically, it's all about the scent, right? Like what's it leave behind? So, you know, in this case, it's like a fresh laundry scent, which I actually like quite a bit. So we can hit our mats with it. Yeah, actually that's got a really good scent to it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We have a glass cleaner, which I have tested off camera. Maybe I used it on a video at some point, but I didn't really talk about it. This is gonna sound, just bear with me. This reminds me a lot of Chemical Guys actually makes a green streak-free glass cleaner, and I actually really like it. It's one of the Chemical Guys products that I really liked. So again, I've got a IK sprayer on here. So you can see, no streaks, goes on and off easily. We'll do the outside of the car with it as well. Show you that. A little bit of foam. Works really well, easy to apply. Let's just try, you know, let's put like way too much on here. Sometimes some of these will get streaky when you put too much. And no problems here. Flip it over, hit it again. Nice and clean. So yeah, it's got a good scent. I like it quite a bit. I don't know that it think I like Nutito just a slight bit better, which is still kind of like my favorite glass cleaner, but this is pretty darn good, honestly. So this is SD1 Iron, which is an iron removing shampoo, and this, in my opinion, is what they intend to be a wheel cleaner. So we're just gonna foam on this wheel. We'll go get a brush and we'll see how it works, and then we'll go from there. So they tell you to use it at around a 2% PIR. That's actually a little bit less than that. It's closer to 1%, 1.5%. So even running it with a little bit more dilution than they tell you, still got really good foam. So this is an iron remover. We should see some, some color change happening. Got tons of black just running off of the front of the wheel. It's great without me even touching it. We had black running off the wheel. So we'll just get a little bit of everything there. And then let's try a tire. See how this works. But yeah, I mean, like, look at the amount of lubrication. That's I think the real hero here is the wheel coating. Like, the hydrophobics every time I wash this wheel are nuts. But dang, that actually works really well. Do the little finger test. So down in this crevice, I've got some, but in the barrel, I've got nothing. So really worked really well for very minimal effort and tons of lubrication, which makes me feel safe using my brush on my wheel, So this is the full line of Innovacar. Well, it's everything that I tested. All of these were purchased with my own money using my own code. So, I essentially got 20% off because 10% and 10% back. But otherwise, my own money. And these, I believe, are going to Adamo. He wants to test out the line as well, and he already told me that he's going to buy them. So, I mean, I guess just the line as a whole is really solid. And I think anytime you get click top bottles that are safety and measuring cups with them and instructions in 10 different instructions in 10 different languages, it's a well thought out line that honestly hasn't been getting the attention that it deserves, honestly, since it's been brought in. I think it's a really, really solid line. So starting from right to left, zero ammonia glass. This worked well. It's a glass cleaner. I find it very similar to the Chemical Guys green stuff. It works really well. And I realize they're both green, and maybe that's why, but I always like that one too. I don't think I still like Nutito just a little bit better, but it's definitely stronger than an invisible glass, easy to use, works really well, good smell. SD1 Iron, I think that is an awesome product, especially at the dilutions that I was running, 1 to 100. You're gonna get a ton of wheels out of this if you're using it as a wheel cleaner. Now, obviously it is an iron remover shampoo, but I would say this as a wheel cleaner is pretty nuts. Tons of lubrication, tons of foam, immediate runoff of brake dust, and just the amount that you use. You see what's gone here. I did four wheels with that and still had a little bit left in my cannon. So yeah, it's pretty cool. No odors. I love the scent. I don't really have anything that's tremendously stinky to test it on, but I really do like the scent. It's like fresh laundry. If you're into fresh laundry scents, that could be a good one for you. Spraying it on my mats, the scent sticks around for a little bit. It works really well. I like it. Fabrics and leather, this is really their interior cleaner. Again, I also like this. I found it to be not overwhelming. Sometimes some interior scents, they're just strong, or they have, I don't know, some of them just aren't great. And this one actually works well, especially with, like I said, German cars, Mercedes, that kind of thing. I think it complements the leather, waxy kind of smell that a lot of German cars have to begin with. pretty well. So that's a great product. Still, I like Mild Deep Refresh a little bit better than it. It doesn't unseat my top, but it's really good. It's up there, right? It's top 5. Like all of these so far are top 5 products. Scale is insane. If you didn't watch the video that I did on the Kia where I was testing out the different water spot removers, it is nuts. The only thing that I've ever used that even comes close to that is a Nergo from Labo Cosmetica. I think the two of them are really similar. I give a slight edge to a Nergo because I like the scent of it a little bit better. That's a personal preference, but Scale works really well. If they were out of a Nergo, I would buy that instead. I don't really know how they compare on price. This one might be less expensive, and that would also make it work, you know, or be better than Labo. But Scale is really good. Check I like a lot. Again, kind of surprised by that. Wasn't really looking for a panel prep spray. Reminds me a lot of Armor Detail Supply, and I like Armor Detail Supply quite a bit. It's got a great scent to it, works very well, just overall very pleasant to use. S3 Rinseless I liked. You know, it's kind of like 5th place. It worked really well as a rinseless. It doesn't unseat some of my favorites like Hero or Nemesis or Eco Wash or some of the others. But it is really good. It honestly works very, very well. I think that you will like it if you like rinseless products. It's a good one to try. D3 Tar is really good, really effective, especially for the user experience. It's got a good scent to it. It's like a grape soda scent, so good is obviously subjective, but I like the scent. And in my tar test where I was testing it, that and 6 other tar removers, I think the video is called I Tested All These Tar Removers So You Don't Have To, I found that it performed incredibly well, especially for the pleasant user experience that it provides compared to something like CarPro Tar X, which is kind of all performance and no user experience pieces added in there. The quick detailer, it's okay. I don't love it. I mean, it's easy to put on and take off. It doesn't leave streaks or anything like that. Like I had no problems with it. I don't love the scent, which again is the grape scent, but like I think of the grape as being kind of caustic and cleany, where when I'm using it as a quick detailers are normally for me like a last step in washing the car, more of a protection step. And you know, I don't like the scent there. I realize it sounds stupid. It didn't leave it incredibly slick, although it was slicker than without it. But it's not, you know, it doesn't unseat like Garage Therapy's quick detailer for me, which is my current favorite, or like OG Drying Aid, which I also really like. Tire dressing worked well. It's got a good finish. It's kind of like a satiny finish. Just overall super solid, worked well. The foamy blue, you can say that's a gimmicky. I mean, I think it's fun, right? It's got a good scent, the blue foam, all that stuff. I think it's fun. They do make one that doesn't have a color to it. They have just a regular white foam, but they also have green and pink and blue. And I don't know, I think it's fun, you know? So that's one that, you know, I'll probably reorder, keep on the shelf, use occasionally. I like the scent. Jessica actually noticed the scent when I was using it and said that it smelled really good too. I think overall it was a super solid soap. It's got good lubricity. The pad on the car was able to glide easily, just worked really well. 100% degreasing. I used that and tried it on the wheels. I didn't love it as a wheel cleaner. I think as a degreaser it's probably fine, but you know, on wheels, like I didn't find it to be a good wheel cleaner. This is really the one that's kind of designed to be the wheel cleaner, I think, even though it doesn't really say wheel cleaner, it's just iron remover shampoo. Same thing with the D1 Iron. D1 Iron is super thick. Turns purple like immediately. It's like paste iron remover. It reminds me a lot of Sodero, honestly, another Labo Cosmetica product. I don't think it's quite as strong as Sodero, but the scent also isn't quite as bad as Sodero. So, you know, maybe it's like a stepped down Sodero in a way. But that worked well. I don't really have a need for a super heavy duty iron remover, but maybe you live near train tracks or something like that where you've got a lot of iron dust and rail dust, where you do have to deal with that, and you know, it's probably a really good one to try. SP1 pre-wash, that worked well. I don't think it was really anything to write home about. There are some other pre-washes out there that I like a little bit better, but I will say, like, every single piece in this line, well, almost every single piece in this line is like a top 5 product. As a full line, it is super solid. And they have a bunch of things like coatings and different stuff like that that I didn't test because those are a little bit more difficult for me with the limited number of vehicles that I have here. So I would say the things that like really shine out of the line, we've got Scale. Scale is insane. Check works really well. The Rinseless and the Foamy Blue, those both worked really well also. And this SD1 Iron. So like those are my kind of top 5 products. If you're just gonna try one product, I would say Scale is really going to impress a lot of people that are dealing with water spots. And obviously it's highly dilutable, so you can make it go a lot further. I was using it straight or neat, but I had really aggressive water spotting, and you could see in that video how well it did. That is all that I have for today. I thank you for watching. I thank you for stopping by, spending time with me, and I hope that you're having a great day. I'm not sure what line I'm gonna test out next. I was thinking Yum, but a bunch of stuff sold out again. So maybe Ethos would be the next one. I ended up kind of doing Innovacar instead of Ethos because I wanted a pre-wash and a couple other things. So I think it's time for Ethos. So that'll probably be next. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.